Before today's Kilroy, we're heading down the aisle with Paul Ross.
The tingling taste sensation that leaves your carpet creamy smooth. And if you believe that, you'll score absolutely no points. Playing the game this morning, the love child of Doris and Sir Robin Day, comedian Kevin Day. And if you believe that, but this is true, she's one of Britain's best loved broadcasters, Valerie Singleton. Valerie and Kevin Day. Unisex salon superstar hairdresser Nicky Clarke, the man who gave us a £250 haircut. What on earth do you give him as a tip? And with him, super comedian Joe Enright. Joe's one-woman show was called Not Tonight, Josephine Enright, but hey, this morning, she's all mine. Joe Enright and Nicky Clarke, ladies and gentlemen. First, our rights as consumers. Val and Kevin, it's a bad hair day.
I had greasy, lifeless hair. I wanted more body, more shine. I don't know, more something. And I got it. My life is ruined. I just can't keep my head still anymore. My friends have had the same terrible experience. We all have lovely hair, but our lives are ruined. We can't eat properly. Hats keep falling off. And my sex life is ruined.
So, Val and Kevin, apart...
Ask Nicky a question there, Nicky.
That was my ad, actually.
What was I say? Did you notice that when they shake their heads, their hair moves?
Hold on. Old high forehead, I wouldn't get started on the hairstyle.
I'm losing this hair for a bet.
You're on dodgy territory.
Yeah, you bet you're going bald if you
Exactly.
won.
Now,
Now, Val and Kevin, apart from the spray-on trousers, loads of talent and oodles of flair, do you need any kind of qualification to set up shop as a hairdresser?
I don't know. I mean, because I only know sort of barbers in Tooting Market, and you don't really need... All you need there is a parole certificate for the main part.
I'd never just walk in off the street for somebody. I'd have to have a recommendation.
Well, you'd have to have a recommendation, obviously, but I'm not exactly spoiled for choice, am I? I'll just go and say, cut it.
What do you think? Do you think they do?
No, I've got a feeling they're not like doctors, are they? I mean, I don't think...
He's not going to help you. I don't know you're looking plaintively at Nicky.
I'm just looking at him because he's an attractive man. I mean, you very rarely see certificates in hairdressers.
No, that's what I was saying. Well, you see the ones with it, well...
Some dodgy magazines.
Lots of headlines, you know, lots of pictures in Nicky's salon of all his lovely clients.
So is it a yes or a no, Val and Kev?
I think it's a no.
And you're right to say no for 2 points. You don't need qualifications. Still with Val and Kevin, how do you feel about tipping? Does it all go into the hairdresser's pocket, or do they have to pay tax on tips?
Not in Tooting Market, they don't.
Because your tips are what? Don't jump off a moving bus in Tooting Markets.
Well, nobody knows, do they? I mean, they don't know what you give them. They just put it in their pocket.
No, I think
discreetly.
technically, I've got a feeling technically that in proper establishments you should declare tips for tax, I think. I mean, most people don't.
But no, they don't, do they?
I believe you, although I don't know, because you're supposed to share them out, aren't you?
And you see, you wouldn't tip people like Nicky, because you never tip the boss. You only tip the workers.
Would you
have your haircut? Does he do your hair?
Nicky doesn't, but somebody there does. Yeah.
Oh, right. Oh, he doesn't do yours.
Oh, you put the good one.
It's not long enough to do this, you see, unfortunately.
You get the boy, do you? Oh,
so, getting back to the question,
you get the
Kevin Val, do hairdressers or should hairdressers pay tax on tips?
I think they should. But Valerie,
I think you're probably right, but they probably don't admit to what they earn. Well, it's like taxi drivers,
I'm sure they do admit it, and they do have to pay tax on tips, but they can keep apparently the hair on the floor, so you get 4 out of possible 4 there. Well done, 4 out of 4. Nicky and Joe, welcome to the programme.
Why can't we get those questions? I would have got all of those right.
Because it's your business, mate. This is all over the shop, not give Nicky points. Now, Nicky and Joe, here's an interesting legal point for you two to ponder.
Now, what's the problem? Well, I lent my lawnmower to the man next door and he's moved, and he's let his house furnished, and the new tenant won't give me my mower back.
We'll go in there and repossess it.
But he won't give it me.
We'll go in when he's not there.
And he go into his shed and take the mower when he's not there.
That's it.
Isn't that illegal?
Not if it's your mower.
But it's his shed.
Well, don't nick his shed. Just take the mower.
As long as it's legal.
Oh, it's dead legal. And don't get caught taking it.
Wow, Nicky and Joe. If Terry went onto somebody else's property to reclaim his own lawnmower, could he be arrested for trespass? For trespassing,
I
effectively.
would say probably not. But I would do it anyway, even if you were going to get arrested.
So what happens here? Because I think you probably could get it. So how does that work?
Now,
You
we
have to
a
sort it
fight.
out in a mature fashion. Who's ever got the loudest voice?
No. I think the lady should.
Well, you're right to defer, Nicky, because no, it is technically trespass, but despite notices that say trespassers will be prosecuted, you cannot be prosecuted for trespass, you can just be sued. So you get your 2 points, and you're nodding off while I explain that. So staying with Nicky and Joe, if the people next door to you have a luscious cherry tree with branches that overhang your garden, are you entitled to help yourself to the fruit on your side of the garden?
Yes, I think that's true.
Yeah, probably.
You can help yourself to it?
Yes, as long as there are branches hanging over your side.
Yeah?
No?
No. Oh.
You are not entitled to pick the fruit, but if it naturally falls off the tree, you can claim it as yours, and you are not allowed to shake the tree
I was just
either.
gonna say, could you
You
shake-
lawbreakers, you cannot help nature, so you get 2 out of 4. If you look at the scores, well, Nicky and Joe got 2 points, which means with 4 in the lead, it's Val and Kev. Now, are our stars sassy shoppers or silly suckers when it comes to clever fakes? You know the kind of thing, you're expecting Liz Taylor and you get Graham Taylor. Val and Kevin, here is an exclusive Lark overnight bag. Or is it? If it's the real thing, it'll cost you £195. If it's a fake, it'll be about 40 quid. What do you reckon?
How much?
40 quid
What's
if
it
it's
meant
a
to be a
fake.
genuine what?
A Lark overnight bag.
I've never heard of Lark. Who are Lark?
I wouldn't pay 40 quid if it was genuine. For a bag?
It's £195 if it's real,
Look,
big
hey,
fella.
hey, look, there's lots of...
Think of the hair you could put in there down at the
Oh,
bar.
look, it goes on and on.
Well, it's kind of bondage bag, isn't it?
Is that genuine, that leather? Looks to me a bit
I hope
plasticky.
not. Good vegetarian like I used to be. All leather looks a bit plasticky, doesn't it?
I think you're... What happened to get into the middle bit? Aha!
Aha!
Success! There we
Bag
go.
upon baggage.
Oh, hang on. What's it say here? Not real.
We've got to make up our
So is
mind.
it real or a fake?
I mean, I'm not an expert because carrier bags. I mean, I can tell you a proper Tesco's plastic bag from a fake one, but I think.
Well, then I'll let
pucker.
you decide in that case. You
Crikey,
can
I just broke
choose.
them a bit off then. I think it's genuine. Or
You're
not.
right, it is genuine. It's a Lark 2 overnighter. If you look out at the logo on it is embossed and it's got the logo on the inside of the lining. That's 2 points, and I'm having it back. It's £195. Now, Nicky and Joe, have a look at this. It's very macho, very mean and moody. But is it a magnificent Harley Davidson belt which will set you back £47.95, or is it a Sexton Blake worth about a tenner? I've been watching too many editions of Minder. A wrong 'un.
I don't know.
Is it Jekyll?
The trouble is, you see, I'm not mad about Harley Davidson products, anyway, except I do drive a Harley Davidson bike.
But you wouldn't be seen dead in the belt, would you?
Have you seen Dead in the Belt, though?
He is the macho hairdresser you've dreamed about, girls. At last in the flesh.
It was all right for Warren Beatty, that's all I can say.
I don't know. I don't know. It's
either.
just a feeling I've got inside that it's
Well,
definitely
you're right, and the feeling of the leather is giving it away. It is a fake, it's leather of inferior quality, and the detail on the motif is a bit kind of ill-cast. It's cost you about a tenner. The real thing is £47.95, so you do get the 2 points as well. If you look at the scores, you got 2 points. You're still in second place, though, Nicky and Joe, with just 4, which means in the lead still it's Val and Kev, but now with 6. This next game is all about taste and value. Valerie Singleton and Kevin Day, can you match up the prices to these fantastic firsts from the 1980s? The very first pair of coloured contact lenses introduced into the UK in 1987. You can only afford one eye at a time there. The very first Discman introduced by Sony in 1985. And the first digital diary, the 1988 Casio Databank. The three prices are £46.51p, £200 and £312, but which price belongs to which product? 2 points for each one you get right, 6 points.
Can I just check something with you, Paul? This digital diary effort, you reckon this is very 80s, do you?
It's meant to be 1988.
As I've just bought one. I don't quite Really? I thought I was at the cutting
You
edge
have
of
to keep it.
technology.
You know those things are worth collecting.
Are they? Well, I can't work
as
it
soon as
out.
they bring
I
out a new one, the one you've got that
New
you bought
one?
last week is...
A new one?
Now, I actually did a money programme film on that. I walked down South Molton Street talking about it. I think that's that one.
Do you think it's as cheap as that?
Yes. Well, that certainly wasn't 46.51, was it?
You're talking 200 quid for a couple of contact lenses?
No, but we've got to decide between these two things.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, that must be more expensive.
I would... my guess would be that for the Sonic.
Well, I'm with you then.
Oh, dear.
No, you go on ahead, help away. Look, sticky back plastic as well, isn't it?
What's sticky back plastic?
Go on then, do it. All right, then.
Is that your final decision?
It's either that or the other way around.
Well, Valerie, you said the contact lenses are £312. In fact, they were £200. It was the first Discman that was an unbelievable £312. But you're right about the Casio Databank digital diary. That was £46.51. 2 points out of a possible 6. Well done to the two of you.
Sorry, Kevin.
Nicky, Clarke and Joe Enright. 3 famous frocks for you two. Princess Di's Daring Dior Nightie in Midnight Blue from 1996. That Versace dress as worn by Liz Hurley to the premiere of 4 Weddings and a Funeral and an Eiffel in 1994. And Cher's designer dress as barely worn by her at the 1986 Oscars. The 3 prices are £2,000, £8,000 and £10,000.